nuts. Squirrel, I will murderize you. You don't even know. You don't even know. This right here. This right here. These are the best apples in the world. These are Honeycrisp apples. I've neither been an orange nor apple eater in my entire childhood life. And while I'm at it, let's just throw in a quick discussion about grapes. I've never been a grape eater either. Matter of fact, let me start with oranges. So these are the most awesome little oranges ever. Cuties. There are a couple of different brands of these little mandarin oranges. Now, I never ate oranges as a youngster. I never felt like I should have to do that much work to enjoy fruit. Matter of fact, I didn't eat chicken with bones in it either, but that's another story. So yeah, I never ate oranges because not because I didn't necessarily like them, but I didn't love them. And I certainly didn't love them enough to have to actually peel through one to get to it. And you know, we couldn't afford navel oranges, which peel very easily, so that wasn't even an option. And these, we never heard of such a small, cute little orange either. And later in life, I got on one of my diets where I was doing all grapefruit and oranges and discovered these because not only were they cute and compact, they're in their own little wrapper. You don't have to worry about washing them. And it comes out of the wrapper in like one big piece even. That's how easily it peels off. So that is the best little mandarin, perfect size, snack size orange in the world. Not only that, it doesn't have any seeds in general, which of course, you know, when I have a delicious seedless something, then I kind of scavenger for any random seeds I may find because I want to grow that thing. And the best ones are cuties. Cuties and halos are the two with the monopoly on mandarin oranges, I believe. And I'm biased in favor of halos just because Dre's son has a halo commercial and he is the most adorable little thing. But halos have 10 million, jillion, trillion seeds in it. And if you cut one of these open and see that many seeds, the number I just gave you, 10 million, jillion, trillion, then that means this little thing is made up mostly of seeds, and you're too busy spitting out seeds to enjoy the orange. So sorry, halos, you lose. And cuties are the perfect mandarin orange, no seeds. I think in a whole bag of these I might be able to, you know, scrape up 3 seeds and an entire bag of them. So yeah. Now what I wanted to say about grapes is that, so one of my people was telling me that when she was young, they used to snack on frozen grapes. Well, we were from different neighborhoods. Plus they grew up in Canada. But the point is, they used to snack on frozen grapes. So I was like, dang, who does that? Like, who even thunk of that? Let me tell you, I froze some grapes. These are not frozen because I'm hungry, so I want to be able to eat them. But I froze some grapes and they were so delicious. Frozen grapes are the healthiest thing ever, and they're delicious. They're like little bite-sized popsicles. So I couldn't even wait till summertime. That's gonna be my ish for the summer. I promise you, they're like little bite-sized popsicles. So there you have that fabulousness. And And this right here is what I really wanted to get at you about. Just like with oranges, I've never been much of an apple person. But I never was much of an apple person because, I mean, as far as taste, they didn't just move me. And then even when I did get apples, the wax on the outside, or just the bitterness of the skin, all those things were a factor in me not especially caring for apples, you know. But this right here, this Honeycrisp apple, is the perfect amount of sweetness and crispness and texture. It's the perfect. This is the perfect amount of everything. This Honeycrisp apple. I can't even explain it. I bond with random women in the produce section over these apples, and I don't talk to people in public. So I'm telling you, and I want this apple so bad now because the ratchet neighbors that before they got foreclosed. Well, actually, they didn't plant it. There was a Filipino couple that lived there prior to them that planted that apple tree. But they have an apple tree, and it's making me jealous now after experiencing this because I want this tree. The thing about apples, though, I understand, is that you can plant an apple seed and not necessarily get the same tree. So I would feel some kind of way if I need to wait 3 years to get fruit, and then when I do get fruit, it's not this. But it's worth it for me to give it a try, so I'm going to try it in a big ass pot so that it's not in the yard, you know, at least until it gets big enough to be transplanted if it works. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plant one of these seeds because I need this apple in my life at my own disposal whenever I feel good and ready. If I had these apples in my yard, I really would have an apple a day to keep the doctor away. And it would go in all of my smoothies and juices. And you need this apple in your life. I can't explain it. Look, let me tell you this story. When my sister and I went to LA, well, my sister took me to LA. Second morning we were there. We got up because we have a terrible habit of not eating during like we should. And when I say not eating like we should, I don't just mean not eating well. I mean not eating, and the period. So one morning we were getting ready, and you know, stomachs were growling. People's bodies were like, "Bitch, you haven't fed me." So I whipped out this bag of slices of this apple, and so naturally it had been in my pocket on the plane, so it was still in my coat pocket. So the little slices were brown. So I started, you know, nibbling on the apple, and it was still good. Let me tell you. And I wanted to tell her about it, but I was like, she ain't gonna want no brown apple, so you know. So she came out of the shower and she was like, "Oh, you ain't gonna share? Give me one of them." So she tasted one and she was like, "Oh, this is good." And I was like, "Oh, well, I guess this is still an opportunity to turn her on to them, because even brown and having been in this bag overnight, they are still delicious." I want to cut this open and bite into it so you can see and hear. I just feel like you'll be able to taste it. But go get yourself, just get one Honeycrisp apple and eat that mug. You'll never be the same. You'll be a different human being. So I guess I just did a promo for Honeycrisp apples. I don't know, but what you gonna say when a product or service does what the hell it says in this day and age? You gotta let people know. Consumers need each other for things like that, but to call people out on bullshit, and also to let people know when something or someone does what it says it does. I want to take a bite into this mug right now, but it's for lunch. But my grapes though.